first of all, I would like to make sure that we all know what's in these wonderful folders that the kids are getting. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be really jealous, okay? Because it's going to make you hungry just like it made me. One of the things they get to receive, one of the things they're receiving is a free kids meal from Zaxby's. Okay, I know. And they also are getting a meal from Golden Corral and a meal from Burger King, a free hamburger, and a free kids meal from CP Deli. And let's see, there's more over here too. We have a free kids meal from Beef O'Brady's. And last but not least, a meal from Musselwhite's. In addition to all that food, they also receive a month of dance, cheer, or gymnastic classes from Academy of Rising Stars, as well as a free month of lessons from Pax Karate. So lots of goodies in here. The other thing is, because we also want to make sure everybody knows that your kid is a terrific kid, so you also have a bumper sticker to put on your car. And I'm going to go ahead and say it right now before I forget. If you're a grandparent, we don't leave you out either. Feel free to come by afterwards and pick up your bumper sticker too, okay? And then also you get a little pencil. So boys and girls, you guys are lucky. Makes me want to be a terrific kid, I know, okay? All right, so before I get started calling the kids, I want to introduce somebody who is important to this. This is Mr. Charles Overturf. He is with the Kiwanis Club, and he is going to kind of tell you a little bit about why we're here.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of fellow members, and I got a proud dad today, Eddie Kurth, Mike Perry, John Rowe, and our Lieutenant Governor Kingsley Plimpton, and about 60 other members of Azalea City. We just want to take a moment to welcome parents, and I see some grandparents out here to honor these young people. As she said, we're so proud of the charter school here and all that these young people are doing. In a moment, she'll be reading to you what their teachers and sometimes even their own classmates have said about these young people. And we're proud of what they're accomplishing. They're reaching for their goals and shooting for the stars, and that's exactly what we want them to do. And we say to each one of them, thank you for what you're doing, and just keep up the good work.
Okay, so I am going to start, I think I was going to start with kindergartners, but I think instead I'm going to start with fifth graders, okay? So I would like Miss Cadence Carlton to come forward. All right, Miss Cadence Carlton has a nice little letter here written from her teacher, and her teacher's name is Miss Tiffany Ziegler. This is what she writes. It has been a pleasure to teach Cadence this year. She is always kind to others, listens, follows directions, and overall always does the right thing no matter the situation. She is trustworthy, dependable, honest, determined, and hardworking. These are 5 major characteristics I harp on in my classroom, and by far she meets these expectations. Cadence, this is what she writes to you. Remember that the characteristics I've listed above are hard to keep as you get older. You will have trials in life, but I expect you to persevere through them as you do in the classroom. Stay the kind, loving child that I have gotten the pleasure to be with this year. Love those around you and love yourself for who you are. We are all so blessed to have you in our class, and I'm going to add, in our school. Thank you, Miss Cadence Carlton. Here you go, and if you want to turn around and shake his hand too. All right, the next student I would like to bring up here from 5th grade in Miss Harwell's class is Miss Megan Knowles. Megan, this is what Miss Harwell has to say about you. Megan is such a blessing to have in class. She makes the day brighter every morning when she walks in with that sweet smile of hers. There it is. The first thing she does is greet me with a hug and asks how my morning is going. Then she offers her help in any way. Her nurturing spirit is evident in all that she does. When a student is upset, Megan is the first one to offer a listening ear or word of encouragement. If someone is lacking an item needed to do a project, Megan will offer any of her possessions without hesitation. It's important to her that everybody is treated fairly and doesn't feel left out. Her peers respect her for this and treat her with the same kindness that she gives them. Not only is Megan respectful to those around her, she also works very hard. The work in 5th grade can some days be very challenging. Instead of throwing her hands up in the air when the things get tough, she takes the time to work through it. If there is something that does not make sense, Megan is not afraid to ask questions. It is important for her to understand her work. This self-driven quality is something that can't be taught. It is the main thing that causes her to be such a successful student. I never have to speak with Megan about her behavior. She is a student that I know I can depend on to do the right thing. Her positive attitude makes a good example for others to follow. She shows great responsibility every day by completing her work, turning in homework, and completing all of her classroom jobs. I never have to keep my eye on her because she has proven to me that she will go over and beyond what is expected of her. I am so proud of Megan. Her work ethic, positive attitude, and nurturing spirit makes her a model student. She is actually more than a terrific kid. She is an incredible human being who possesses the quality that will make her a wonderful citizen in her community. Mrs. Harwell. Thank you, Megan Hill. There you go. You can turn around. Lift your hands. All right, 4th grade from Miss Johnson's class, Charity Gibbons. Come on up. This is what Miss Johnson wrote to you. Charity Gibbons has many terrific traits. She is self-motivated and drives herself to do well. As her teacher, I see Charity as confident and independent. She is willing to speak up, ask questions, and help others when they are confused. Yet Charity balances her confidence with a graceful humility and appreciation that we all have room to grow. She is supportive of her peers, showing genuine concern when they are struggling, and true enjoyment in the opportunities and successes they gain. This year, Charity has worked hard and pushed herself to perform well. It is this self-motivation and ability to support those around her that make Charity stand out as a terrific kid. Everyone must learn to help themselves as much as possible, and Charity is not afraid of hard work. An additional, truly admirable trait is to help others when struggling and be supportive and proud of their successes. Charity has both of these traits, and this makes her a good student, a great friend, and a terrific kid. It has been a pleasure to have you in my class, Charity. Love, sincerely, Mrs. Johnson. You want to smile for us? Turn around and shake their hands. Also from 4th grade, from Miss Sherwood's class, we have Hannah Hagan. All right, Hannah, this is what Miss Sherwood has to say to you. Terrific kid. Hannah is a terrific kid because she is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. She is the extra. She never gives up because she always tries just one more time, and she only stops when she is done. She compliments others and is proud of her own accomplishments. I am proud of you too. She believes in herself, which makes her stronger than she realizes. I believe in you too. She tries hard but knows her limits. She asks if she needs help and trusts others to help her. She fills our hearts with laughter and makes us smile often. We love seeing your smile. I do too. My wish for you is that you see the light in this world, in yourself and in others. You are unique, special, and an amazing person. There will never be another you. I appreciate all you do Dream, believe, wonder, inspire, love, and always listen, because that is what I'll always do for you. With love, Mrs. Sherwood. All right, third grade. We actually have a boy in third grade because we know that these boys are terrific too. Come on up, Trace Key. Trace is in Miss Edwards' class, and Trace, this is what your teacher has to say about you. Trace has been chosen for a terrific kid for his positive attitude and work ethics. Though Trace had the challenge of being a new student this year at the Children's Reading Center, he did not let that stop him from being brave and taking on the new challenges that faced him. Trace quickly made friends and did not give up until he learned how to be successful as part of the CRCCS family. His daily goal is to be the best behaved student in the class. He makes everyone feel special by his smile, warm heart, and funny stories that he shares. Trace is sympathetic to others' needs. He cares deeply for all. When he sees a need, he meets that need either through sharing something he has, fixing something that is broke, or just by giving a kind word or compliment to those who need it. I am so proud of Trace's hard work and can't wait to see how he continues to find success. There you go, Trace. All right, also from third grade, from Miss Smith's class, is Rachel Kurth. Come on up, Rachel. Rachel Kurth is our terrific kid this 9 weeks. Rachel is a new student to our school this year and has displayed traits that show she is a wonderful role model to other students. Rachel is very responsible. She always comes to class prepared and ready to learn. Every morning, Rachel comes to class and is one of the first students to get materials ready for the day and begins to do her work. Coming from a different school, Rachel has had to adjust to a new environment and has done a great job doing so academically as well as socially. Rachel gets along with all students in the class, and I know that I can have her work with anyone in the room and she will have no issues or complaints. Rachel is also very helpful with her classmates. She is respectful to adults as well as her peers and always has a positive attitude. Rachel is always willing to volunteer in class and also will ask me before school or during class what I may need help with. I know that Rachel will always do a great job with anything I ask her to do. Thank you, Rachel, for being such a respectful and terrific kid. Keep up the great work. Okay, second grade, from Mr. Hutchinson's class, we'd like to welcome Mason Morris up. All right, Mason, this is what Mr. Hutchinson had to say to you. Mason Morris has proven himself to be a terrific kid since the day I met him. His ability to pay attention and follow the rules, regardless of what other children around him are doing, is a trait that will continue to bring him success for the rest of his life. His manners and polite attitude make me believe that he could teach a class on proper etiquette. He is a good friend to everyone he meets, including children and adults. It was easy for me to pick Mason Morris as this 9 weeks terrific kid. Mason seems to have a gift for being able to stay on task even when other students want him to play. If the class's energy rises too high, I can always count on Mr. Morris to be one of the first students to bring his focus back on track. He likes to play with his friends, but he also knows when it's the right time to play and the right time to study. His ability to stay on tasks makes him stand out as a remarkable student. His manners and polite attitude leave little room for improvement. Before I started teaching, I made a goal to make sure all of my students could introduce themselves well. When I first met Mason, he introduced himself so well that I thought I was talking to a parent. I think even I learned some things about manners from him. He has a great handshake, never skips a yes sir or yes ma'am, and knows how to apologize if he makes a mistake. Most children and some adults could take some notes from him on how to behave. Mr. Morris has a knack for making friends without getting himself into trouble. His friends say that. He runs fast, he has shoes that look good, he's nice, and he works hard. I always know that I compare him with anyone in the class without any complications. All of the students and I are lucky and happy that he is in our class. There are a lot of wonderful students in our class. Mason Morris was able to rise to the top by staying on task, being polite, and being a good friend. His ability to stay on task will pave his way to success in life. His polite manners will grease any doorways that he needs to get his foot into, and his ability to make friends will keep him happy and smiling in every stage of life. You are one of the greats, Mason Morris. Keep it up. Sincerely, Mr. Hutchinson. Watch that handshake. All right, another second grader from Miss Everett's class we'd like to welcome up is Kendall Wilkinson. Our class chose Kendall Wilkinson as our terrific kid. I can't say enough about this sweet girl. She is one of the quietest students I've ever known, but that's all right because she doesn't need to make a lot of noise to get her point across. She has an internal drive that moves her where she needs to be. She cares about her academics and her friends. Kendall is a hard worker and tries her best with whatever she's doing. I asked Kendall's classmates why they feel that Kendall deserves this award. Here are a few of their replies. When Kendall moves her clip down, she does not frown. Kendall has integrity and should be president someday. Kendall is a smarty pants 101. She's smart, and I'm not kidding. When I asked Kendall why she feels that we chose her as terrific kid, she said, I care about my classmates, and I love my teacher. If kids fall, I care about it. If kids get mad, I care. If kids are sad, I will cheer them up. Kendall also said, I get in trouble at home. I'm just a regular kid. I love Kendall's modesty. Kendall always be kind and understanding to everyone and guide your fellow students to do their best. Continue on this path and you will be a great leader and contributor to any community that you decide to be a part of. Kendall, you are one terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Everett. All right, moving on to first grade, we have Miss Samantha Bobbitt. Come on up, Samantha. Samantha, or Sammy as she likes to be called, is a sweet and kind-hearted young lady. She, by the way, this is from Mrs. Staggs, her first grade teacher. Samantha, or Sammy as she likes to be called, is a sweet and kind-hearted young lady. She always greets me at the door with a huge hug and ends our day together with another. You can see she's full of hugs. She is an incredibly hard worker, and if something is a little tough, she does not give up. She works and works until she gets it right. Sammy is also incredibly conscious of other kids and their feelings. She is always working to brighten someone's day and always seems to know if someone is in a little bit of a slump. Her smile and energy can light up any room, and I am thankful every day that she is one of my kids. Congratulations, Sammy, from Mrs. Staggs. All right, we also have another first grader from Mrs. Green's class. Camron Perry, come on down. This is from Mrs. Green. Camron is the perfect student to receive this award. He is a hidden gem in my classroom. He started off as a shy student, but has emerged with a dazzling personality and bright smile. He tells the best stories, mainly about space, dinosaurs, or animals. Sometimes I think he knows more about life science than I do. He has an amazing willingness to follow directions and carry out actions that are in line with the rules. However, the main reason for choosing him as Terrific Kid is because he never gives up. Even through his frustration, he has learned to keep on trying. I believe this effort has given him great potential to be successful in his future. I'm very proud to be his teacher, Mrs. Green. All right, and now we have kindergarten. From Mrs. Lee's kindergarten class, I'd like to ask Shelley Hoyt to come on down. Hi, sweetie. This is what Mrs. Lee says to you, Shelley. I selected Shelley Hoyt as the Terrific Kid for the second 9 weeks because she is well-deserving. Shelley comes in every day ready to learn. She takes her time to think about her work and keeps at it. She is very caring toward her fellow peers, too. She always puts others before herself. Thank you, Shelley, for working so hard for me. Keep up the frogtastic work. Love, Mrs. Lee. And last but not least, from Miss Valdez's kindergarten classroom, Tyson Bellamy. Come on down. All right, Tyson, this is what Miss Valdez has to say. As a kindergarten teacher at the Children's Reading Center, I'm honored to nominate Tyson Bellamy as the recipient of the Kiwanis Terrific Kid Award for the second quarter of the school year. Tyson is a great student and a great example to me and to others in his class. He is kind, gentle, and funny. Tyson consistently follows directions and comes to school each day ready to learn. He is safe, responsible, and respectful on a regular basis. Tyson is a model student to the other children in the classroom. He always does his best work and attempts new challenges with a good attitude. He is a genuinely kind-hearted and considerate to everyone. Tyson is also very even-tempered and patient. He works well in group settings and individually. Tyson makes a great partner. He does not get upset easily and stays calm in any circumstance. I can always trust that Tyson is working hard and trying his best. Tyson is a very fair and helpful student. He likes to help others, no matter the challenge. He takes turns, shares with others, and uses great manners. He is achieving success in his school because of his consistent determination and hard work. He is a self-motivator and tries his best at any task. His honesty is to be admired. As Tyson's teacher, I am very proud to say he brings such joy to our classroom and helps to put a smile on my face each day. I am lucky to have him as a student in my class this year. Tyson will achieve great things. He is truly a terrific kid. From Miss Valdez. So as you can see, we've selected these 12 students to be terrific kids for this 9 weeks. We could have selected many more. We love our school and the students here, but we also contribute many of their successes to you parents and grandparents as well. So make sure you're giving yourselves those pat on the backs. And if you're lucky, maybe they'll share one of those kids' meals with you. I don't know. Okay? So again, we'd like to thank the Kiwanis Club members for helping this and sponsoring this.
The changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Since 1915, Kiwanis International has touched millions of lives through thousands of service programs for children around the world. When you help one child, you help the world. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference.